So let's go over the details that you can find in the Trackify Pixel Engine settings. This page is used to manage multiple pixels and add additional pixels, add pixels by tags, by collections, or additional master pixels that you can use as pixel backup. First, when you see the login with Facebook button here, we would strongly recommend that you actually log in with your Facebook profile. And this protects your Facebook ad accounts and assets from unauthorized access. So whenever you see this login button, that means you're not logged in and you need to log in again. This, by the way, doesn't have anything to do with Trackify being able to connect or send events, pixel events to your Facebook account. This only controls your access to your Facebook accounts through the Trackify user interface. So I'm just going to go and log in here, and here I'm back. So on the Pixel Engine page now, it looks like, this is what it looks like when you're logged in with your profile. You already have one pixel added here, and that comes from the welcome screen where we set it up. So now I'm going to show you how to add additional pixels. And this video has two parts. So in the first part, I'm going to walk you through the features that you can access here in this page. And in the second part, I'm actually going to show you how to create a new pixel in your Business Manager and how to then make it visible so you can add it to Trackify when you have no additional pixel yet. So you need to first create it in Facebook. All right. Okay, so up here, we have two methods to add additional pixels. The upper one here is the preferred method because that is going to show you your available ad accounts in Facebook that this profile can access. So you just simply pop this up and select one. And then the second field here shows all pixels that can be accessed from this ad account right over here. So in this case, we're just going to set up a backup pixel. We named this backup pixel in Facebook, so the name is available here and it's easy to manage them. And then we're going to set this up as an additional master pixel. If your plan gives you access to the server-side API purchase events, you can check this button here. This feature is explained in a separate video. Then you click Add Pixel, and that will actually add this pixel over here, and it'll immediately show up down below here among the pixels in use. So here's the Trackify backup pixel right now. Now let's do the whole thing again, and let's add a different type of pixel. So in this case, I'm going to go to this training account again, and I'm going to set up a pixel that is going to be a tag pixel. So I created this pixel earlier, and we created it, named it tag pixel. And for this one, you can name this whatever you want, right? It doesn't have to be named tag pixel. I just named it that, so it's easier to show here. And as a pixel type, I'm going to now select niche tag pixel. So with niche tag pixels, these pixels fire only for products and for events that include products that are tagged with the selected tags over here. Okay, so after you select pixel type niche tag pixel, you can now pop open this drop down and you will see all the tracking tags, all the tags that are available in your Shopify store. You can see it's a long thing. It's, you know, it continues to load more tags, and you can also type some component of the tag so that you can narrow the list down and have an easier time selecting them. By the way, this here is one of our predetermined tracking tag formats, and I would generally encourage you to come up with a consistent track tagging system for your Shopify products so that they can actually make sense. And the two formats that we support as tracking tags are simply start them with either RR_track_, so like this. Any tag that is formatted like this is a tracking tag, or you can also start it with PP_. So PP_, these tags are also treated like tracking tags, and so you can select one or more of them. And that means that this particular niche tag pixel, this tag pixel, will fire only for products that are tagged with this. And the purpose of doing this is to separate the data for a specific types of products or for tagged products into a separate pixel. So rather than collecting everything just on the master pixel where all the data is together and combined, it makes a lot of sense often to separate the data out for, let's say, a very, very successful product or a specific niche that you have many events and many sales on, so that you can protect that data and collect it separately in a separate pixel that is not tainted with other information that may be less successful or that you may be using for testing purposes. So I'm just going to go with one tag here for this particular pixel and click Add Pixel. And you can see it's being added, and you can see here is the type. You can see always here in the list what type it is, master pixel, and this here is a niche tag pixel. And if it's not a master pixel, you can see a context information here, and that shows you in this case which tag this pixel is used for. All right, now pixel limit is reached because I'm in the business plan, so I only have 3 pixels available here. If you need to upgrade, you can do that. You can just simply click on Manage Subscription, and you'll be able to select the marketer plan or the enterprise plan so that you can upgrade and get more pixels available for you. Now, let's actually, for the purpose of this demonstration, let's just click this here and remove this tag pixel, so I can show you that this actually works exactly the same way with collection pixels. So if I select, I'm just going to select the tag pixel again here, but this time I'm going to set this up as a collection pixel, and this time the drop-down menu shows me all of the collections that I have in this particular Shopify store. Again, you can also type something here if your collections list is too long, so that you can isolate that and have an easier time locating it. And then you can select this collection, and it'll be a collection pixel that only fires for all the products that are in this collection. All right, I'm going to take this out again because I do want to show you the third way, or I should say the second way to add a pixel. You can add a pixel here that this particular profile that you're logged in with does not have access to in Facebook. The main purpose for giving you this option is, let's say you have an ad agency that gives you a pixel, gives you their own pixel to add into your Shopify store, but they don't want you to be able to access that pixel with your personal profile. So they just give you the pixel ID. In this case, you can use this method here, which is adding pixels by ID. And that is possible, but it limits available features in Trackify. For example, you cannot use the audience manager in Trackify to build audiences based on this pixel. And that's simply because these features require access to your Facebook. They require access for your Facebook profile to the pixel that you want to work with through Trackify. And so obviously that wouldn't work. So, but let's say you have an ad agency pixel, and they give you a pixel ID, let's say like this. You can simply paste it in here and then give that pixel a name. And let's say you call this agency pixel. And then you would probably want to select master pixel for this one. You cannot enable server-side API in this case, but then you can just go ahead and add pixel here. You get this warning letting you know that you can only do this with a pixel that you have permission to actually add to your Shopify store. You can OK that, and this pixel will then show up down here below as well, just like the other ones. So in this case, you have this agency pixel here, and you get this note that says this pixel is not accessible to the Facebook profile that is logged in, right? But it's you can see here it's set up as a master pixel, and there you go. Okay, so now let's go over to the other features here that you can access on the Pixel Engine page. So for any of these pixels, you can individually pause them here. And you can do that even for the pixels that are not your Facebook profile pixels. So if you wanted to just pause the agency pixel for a while, or you pause the backup pixel for a while, you can simply just click the pause button here, or toggle this button, and this will still fire the other pixels, but it will not fire the pixels that are toggled off, right? And then you can toggle them back on again. Now this here is a refresh, reload button, refresh the statistics. Once you have some traffic, you will actually be able to see pixel events down here below. For each pixel, you will see some just summary stats for every event that was generated by this pixel or for this pixel. And with this reload button, you can simply refresh those stats. And then, of course, the trash can icon gives you a way to delete this particular pixel. So let's remove the agency pixel. And you've seen me do that already earlier in this video. Now, the other feature here is the pencil icon, and that is an edit symbol, right? So you can edit this pixel. And in this case, you can toggle if you want to enable or disable the server-side API and update the pixel this way. Or you can also change the type of pixel that you've assigned. So if you started a pixel, let's say as a backup pixel, and now you notice that a certain product or a certain niche group is taking off and it's getting good success, and you already have a bunch of data collected on it with this pixel, but now you want to just focus this pixel on only this, this product or this niche, then you simply make it a niche tag pixel. You select a tag. You can also assign a new tag on Shopify, in Shopify, and then update that pixel, and then this pixel becomes now a niche tag pixel. You see here, and you can see the context here. So this is a good way to transition a pixel from being a master pixel to being a specific pixel that collects only information moving forward for the specific products that are tagged with this tag. Now, as far as creating tags in that's actually done in Shopify in your product list. And there's a really good video about this. It's currently here in the analytics page in the sidebar. All of the pages in the Trackify admin here have these sidebar videos that you can access through the Tutor Hat icon in the sidebar. And the one in the analytics page gives you detailed information and ideas about how to create a system of tags in your Shopify store that is consistent and that makes sense, and so that you don't overgrow your tags, but you use them with purpose, and so that they actually make sense both in your reporting and in your audience building and your data that you're collecting in Facebook. So this concludes this section of the video. Now you know everything you can do in the Pixel Engine page. Now what I want to do is show you how to add a new pixel that if you don't have a pixel yet, or if you want to create a new pixel from scratch, that you have to set up in Facebook first. And the easiest way to do that is just simply click on one of these buttons here. These buttons take you directly into the Events Manager in your Facebook Business Manager for this particular pixel. And that's a pretty good place to start in order to create a new pixel. So you see here we are now in this pixel right here, and we are in the area where you can create new pixels fairly easily. This here is a brand new version of the look and feel of the Business Manager admin, and so that's why I want to show you through this here real quick how to actually add a new pixel to this Business Manager. So we're going to start by clicking on Business Settings. There's this gear icon down here. Might be collapsed like this, then it's here, or it might be uncollapsed, then it's like this, then it's like here. So look for this gear icon and just simply click that, and that'll take you to your business settings. In the business settings, you want to go down to Data Sources and open that up, and then in Data Sources you click on Pixels. Now here you can see all the pixels that are accessible in this particular business manager. And you have here an add button that you can use to create a new pixel. So if you don't have any pixels here yet, you can simply do this, what I'm showing you right now. You can add a new pixel here. That means you're creating a new pixel, and I'm going to call this Trackify Demo Pixel. Click Continue, and that created your pixel already. Now, this setup step here, these setup steps are actually rather complicated. You don't need to do anything about this because all we want to do is create the pixel here, and so we can insert the pixel in Trackify. All right, so we can actually just close this. You don't have to worry about any of this. You don't have to worry about any of the setup steps that are shown here. Just simply close this. You can see here now we have this new pixel right here, 9920. That's the one that we just created. Now there are two steps that you have to do over here so that you can actually use it in Trackify. And we're going to do this right here in the right panel of this new pixel that we just created. The first thing is that you're going to add yourself as a person here that can administrate this pixel. So just simply click yourself in the people list here and then check admin, manage pixel admin access and click assign. That's step one. And the second step is that we're going to add an ad account to this pixel. Okay, and you can do this with this button up here, the add assets. And before we do that, actually, let's look at the connected assets because that is entirely empty here, right? So you can now click add assets here, or you can just click add assets up here. It doesn't make a difference. And this allows you to select among your ad accounts which one you want to use with this pixel. You can select one or more ad accounts here, and then simply I'm going to select two ad accounts here that I'm going to share this pixel with. And now these two ad accounts show up under connected assets. And again, you have yourself selected here as a person. So now we're ready to set up this pixel in Trackify. And so we're going to just come over back to Trackify and reload this page. So we're going to reload the Pixel Engine page. And now we're going to be able to insert a new pixel here, select an ad account. Now I can select either of the two ad accounts that I've assigned the pixel to, right? It doesn't matter. Actually, this other ad account doesn't show up here for some reason. So I'm going to click training account here. And then here I will find my new pixel that I just created right here, 9920, that's the one. And I'm going to just simply add this as an additional master pixel. I'll enable server-side API and I'll add it, and there you go. So that's how easy it is to create and add a new pixel in your Facebook Business Manager and insert it into Trackify. So now it's completely integrated and everything is done.